Hey team, quick one. I spoke with Lisa this morning. She asked me to chop up the masterclass of this week and get it out to everyone. Some are going to love it, some are going to hate it, but everyone needs to watch it. So yeah, it'll be just after me. I'm in Abu Dhabi, if you're wondering what's behind me. I've only just discovered that about 300 kilometres behind that ocean is Iran. I didn't realise. I need to really work on my world maps again. Anyway, watch the video. See you soon.
Lisa here, very glad that you've clicked on this link and you're going to watch this recording. A couple of things. I want you to book a call with me. If you believe that you want to make the changes in yourself, it's really about communication. So good. Book a call with me and I'm happy to have a chat and see whether we are a good fit. But you need to have 4 or more on team, or at least want to have 4 or more on team. This is not me, I'll just do that for a couple of months. No, that's not who I want to work with. I'm really clear as to who I want to work with because I just love what I do. But we need to be working together because we both want to work together. That's really important. So go ahead and book a call if that's you. And the second thing is I want you to think about when you come into the room to talk to me, I want you to have done the quiz. There's 2 quizzes. One's the love languages. So I want you to know what the love languages are of the people on your team. And I also want you to know the archetype. So in this case, you'll learn soon in a minute, but there's 4 types of personalities and we've likened them to dogs: golden retriever, border collie, fox terrier and poodle. And it's really important that you come to the room with those done because that's where I can help you the most. So enjoy the video. This is just this is how I work. This is a regular Tuesday meeting that we have here in Australia. It's Tuesday. I think it's Monday night in America. Yes, I think. And London. Anyway, so enjoy. This is just what we do every week. And sometimes we invite guests in and that's how you came to be there. So enjoy the video, take notes, stop and pause when you need to. You might want to stop and do the dog course in the middle. Good, do it. You're most welcome. And if you would like me to have a chat about your business, love to help you. Click the link below. Yeah, always forget to say that. Click the link below, I think. No, anyway. Good morning, good evening to those in America. My friends, good morning, everybody. So nice to have you. I'm really excited about this morning. It's like so good. I just feel excited. I've been to the gym, 5 minutes running on the treadmill. And in the ice baths, I've got all my swear words out already. Well, most of them. Just get in there and swear for 59 seconds and then exit. So I feel really good, really good. So let's start because we've got lots on. Oh, there you go, Tammy, good girl. So pop in the chat. What do you feel out of 10? How are you going? I had, for some of you that come on the Monday afternoon and the Wednesday, the Monday afternoon yesterday, there's a few of them with their wheels falling off, just saying. At Christmas, not looking after themselves, getting into a menopausal downturn. Oh, that shit. Don't do that. Don't do that, right? It's Christmas. You have to fill your cup first. You have to, because otherwise you get into all sorts of trouble. How would I know that? Experience. That's how I know that. So today is about unpacking the team machine. So I'll just give you a little brief outline of how the team machine came about. So there's some new people in the room today who aren't even, they might know me or they've found me on Instagram or whatever, and they're here. So welcome to those. But the main challenge I had is me as a coach, I'm always wanting to do better. I always want to, how can I make this better? How can I get them to understand? You know, this is keeps me up at night. And one of the things I struggled with was the lack of performance from the team members. And I'm thinking, what's going on? Then I had this brainwave. I know what I'll do. I'll teach the team. I'll just put those salon owners to the side and I'll go directly to the team because I reckon I can do this. So I just had winning thoughts in my head. And so what I did was I put together, and there was about 27 of them. I thought I'll do a little case study first. And so most of them were our clients and some outsiders. And I took them through what I thought was just brain surgery. Just do this and then you'll get that. And I've got to say, I was a bit blown away at how they just didn't do that and got that. Like, the resistance was pretty big. And I'm thinking, what's going on here? Steph's laughing. Someone said to me yesterday, yeah, now you know what I'm working with. I go, yes, but I wouldn't continue. I wouldn't continue with someone who doesn't do what they're asked to do. It's been such an emotional journey for me because I feel like a failure. I'm thinking, what the hell? What am I doing? And, I'd get off the meeting and have a lie down and whinge to Simon, and then I'd pick myself up and I think, no, I'll do this and I'll do this. And I just kept at it. So the team machine was a way that I could help you to get them to perform. Because let's be honest, right? The thing that holds every one of you back is that your team let you down. True or not true? Put it true. If that's the thing, like if you think about, if you had a team that hit their targets and performed, your problems would go away. You could reduce your hours. Yeah. You could walk away and have a holiday and the little buggers would continue to do. But when they don't, you can't. And so you're handcuffed by the fact that your team don't perform. And that's a you problem, right? So some of them I'm thinking, oh, really? Like when you ask someone to put in the chat or send me your one product and your one service, because we're going to niche. Because I'm thinking, let's just teach them to sell the thing they love. Let's just teach them to do the thing they love. One of them came back and wrote, then the thing that they were going to niche on was haircuts, really. And that's a lot of haircuts. It's not cutting short to long, or it's not a bob. It wasn't niche. And the other thing was shampoos and conditioners. I'm thinking that's not a niche. So I thought, well, I'm not clear enough because the problem's always me. The problem's always me. And the good news is the problem's always you. So I had to develop another strategy. Had to come in through, I say, like the big bad wolf. He had to come in through the window, and in the end he came down through the chimney, but I never gave up on them. And I realised one week I was too hard on them. So then I made it more joyful. And there's a balance, because if you're too much fun, they go, that was fun. And off they go and don't do anything. Oh. So it was a big job. You're all laughing because you're going, welcome to my world. Maybe that's why I got rid of a salon in the first place, because I'm thinking, what are these orangutans doing? That's what I think. I didn't say it, but that's what I think in my head. I'm thinking, oh, my God, it's a bit like having children. You know you don't want another baby. Like your sister's baby, but you don't want another baby. And it made me realise that I needed to have more compassion for your position. However, you need to stop working with people who are never going to get it. So I've got something for you today, a simple structure. It's already in the portal for those. It's the moisture triangle before we get started conversations. So I'm going to briefly take you through that, and then I'm going to show you the findings. But actually what I'll show you first is this is how I thought it would be. I thought, mate, these people are going to kill it. And I thought, I'll share the screen with you. This is how I thought it would be. I thought, oh, my God. And before I tell you that, actually, the thing is, this is what I learned from a product company rep. She said to me, she didn't even draw me a freaking triangle. She said to me, you need to ask every client, what do you use in the shower? What do you use when you get out of the shower? And what do you use in the salon as the big guns? And I thought, wow, that's really cool. She said, if you don't ask people what they're using, how can you help anyone? It makes no sense to me. And I thought, wow. So I took that, and I've been teaching that since, I don't know, I reckon that was 2003, maybe 2005. Let's say 20 years. That's it. But I was hungry. I was so ready to find the answer because I didn't have it, right? So this is what I thought would happen. You'll laugh when you'll see it because you'll think, oh, yeah, we wish they're all like that, Lise. They're not. And there lies the problem. Can you see my screen? So this is probably the best of the best. I haven't got everyone's results back, but this girl up the top here, so she's part-time, 14 clients, 1 retail. Next week off, 20 clients, 5 retail. 15 clients, 5. 9. 13, 8. So that last column's for the whole thing. And then the last week, she had 16 clients and she sold 12. The week before, she did 20 and sold 4. So you can see it's really lumpy. That's what I thought would happen. Right? So that's what I'm looking at. So her service is really good. Her new clients is really good. And she's recommending product is actually wrong down there. That should be, what are you recommending as in a service? So we got that one wrong. That's fine. So she's gone from, where is she? 1,800 and last week's 2,800. Like, that's really worth doing, yeah? And I think her salon owner is on the screen. We probably know who she is, right? So good. Her average dollar sale was in the beginning 130, 101, 165, 143, 135, and then 180 was the last one. Boom! I thought, I'll get 27 of these. Delusional. The point is, and this was, I put this in a few months earlier, this girl is in this mix and there's two of them, and this is what they do together. 40 clients, 15 retail, 31, 13, 15, right? So look at her average dollar sale. 133 has gone up 136, 144, 156, 172. Boom. I thought that's what I'm going to do in 6 weeks. Let me at it, right? Didn't happen. Traumatised by it. Because I'm thinking, I'm the failure here. I don't think I'm the failure here. We got a problem. So this is what I taught them. So I'll do it in an arse-up order. I was trying to tell Jess to do it in another order, and I said, wouldn't matter what order you did it in, just how it comes out of the head's how it comes out of the head. Right. So in the pink I've got here, before we get started. Before we get started today, I want to talk to you about this. Before we get started, I wanted to ask you 2 questions. Before we get started, I'm going to rebook you today because this is the last time you're going to ask me overnight, I need to come in and squeeze you in. So before we get finished today, I'm going to rebook you in, right? So take the reins is one of the things I taught them, and this is how I taught them. We practiced it. We're really small. Some of them we had to say, before we get started, your shoes look good. That's how small. I thought, wow, that's how small. They couldn't say before we get started to every single client. Just blew me away. So what I realised is I've had this tenaciousness about me my whole life, and lots of them didn't. So, right, get onto this, develop a quiz to help them to understand who we're working with. So we've got 4 dogs. Border collie, hello, that's me. Sheep, in paddock, right, where's the gate? In. Then you got the poodle. Have a look at me. I'm selling retail. Have a look at me. You see my average dollar sale? That's me, right? Then we've got the golden retriever. I'll just stay here and wait for a command. Not me. And the majority of them are like that, real gentle souls. It was really lovely. I just loved teaching them. As difficult as it was, I absolutely loved it. It gifted me so much into what people struggle with today. It was just beautiful. And then the last one is like the foxy dog. Where? I need more detail. Not chasing it yet till I know what it is, right? So what we had to do is I had to think, wow, how do I talk to a golden retriever type, gentle, kind, timid personality? Slow down. Talk really differently, right? So that was really interesting. Simple structure. Ask them in the shower. Ask them. I was asking people in Bali and recording them, and I've posted a few of those in the portal for them to listen to. Me asking a complete stranger, what do you use in your hair, or what do you use on your skin? What do you use as serums and things, right? So there's the hair one and there's the beauty one. So I recorded 2 problems. It's hard to get recording out without motorbikes in the background. And there's so many hippies here who don't know anything about their hair and their skin. Wow. Washing their face with soap, body soap, not cleansing. Wow. Thinking Pantene, box colour. Oh my God. It was really, really stressful. So there's some really good recordings of there. And I had made this scale and I tested it with a few of you. And from 1 to 10, how much do you know about your skin? I go, you're -5, love. And they'd laugh and they'd go, really? I go, yeah, you're -5. And then they'd go, what can I do? And they're begging me for information. One lady was quite rude. She goes, well, you've told me what I'm doing wrong. You haven't told me what to do. That was the box colour lady. I'm thinking, I never know where to start with you, love, and your Pantene or Fructus. Anyway, the point is I went hard on solving the problem, and that's what I want you to do. Then I developed this, right, because I thought, oh, how do I get them to do it? This one, What's your client's name? Before we get started conversation, did you open the lid and open your mouth and share it? Did you draw a triangle and ask questions? Did you show compassion and give advice? So that's what I developed during the program. And then there's a blank one because some people needed even smaller and some people were more advanced. So that was my conclusion. So that's what I trained. All right. Now, some of you have had some team members in here. That's the next bit. I'll go back to the start now, Jess. Don't panic. You get car sick with me turning. I wrote this book because I was blown away. I wrote The Naked Salon. I thought, I'll just tell everyone to do and this will be great. And then team kept coming up. I'm thinking, oh my God, everyone has so much trouble with team. That wasn't my problem. That wasn't my problem. My problem was I was too blunt. I was too direct, too to the point, what are you doing? I had to learn my techniques were too hard, too direct. Any of those in the room? I can see a couple of you on the screen, not pointing at anyone. Right? That was my problem. And it was about year 3 in my salon ownership when I thought, I've got to get some help here because I felt like I did all the work. I've employed some people to stand around and watch me work. I'm dragging the towels home. I'm absolutely knackered. But I had this way of being entertaining as well as doing your hair and taking your money. Because I didn't realise how much my employee loved me until I started to work with people. And then I thought, wow, some people just don't like me, right? I won't listen to you. I don't listen. But if I think you've got something that I can learn from, mate, I'm hot on you. Simple as Michelle, the PPS rep telling me all those years, ask them these 3 questions. I'm onto it. Right? So I realised that I've got this different personality and it wasn't working and I just couldn't work out how to get people to be brave, to speak up, to have initiative and all of those things. I just found that really, really hard. Right? Now, I'm not saying I did everything right. I couldn't pay a bill on time, like so many things I couldn't do well, but I was really good at team and I still am today. Right? Every one of you have arrived here wanting me to help you with your business. And I think the thing that you could all say, and you can pop in the chat if this is true, have I helped you with your business or have I helped you with how you communicate to your team, which has been the biggest shift? You understanding you looking after you communicating. If that's true, pop yes in the chat. I can show you how to do a team target. I can show you all of those things. But the thing that every one of you was missing was how you communicate. That's what I think. I haven't looked in the chat, but I'll have a look in a minute. So, I hate it when it looks out. Someone's got to get a better thing picture. And that's what I do really well. That's my superpower, right? So these are the things that my unpacking from this is there's still 3 things. There's a pressure and a stress, and it's exhausting for all of you. There's a pressure to find and motivate team and to keep them happy. Huge pressure on you. There's a stress of the performance and the KPIs and filling the books. And now I've got a new girl. I've got to get her busy. I've got another one and she can't do this and all of that. So emotionally charged resources are what we work with, and that is exhausting. We predominantly work with women. Hello. I'm one of them, but that's really hard. And then you've got them in, the years of having children, and it's exhausting what we do. The solution hasn't changed either. So here there's 2 links. So we'll send you the book if it's probably in the chat box, but there's 2 things. The first one is getting to know the personalities you work with. And the second one, during this training, we found that we needed to do this as well, your love language, because how we communicate to our team is everything. So there's 2. So when you click on both of those links, you can have those links as well. It's just like I just had to work different ways. And that's what I'm really good at. I'm really good at solving a problem. So what holds us stuck hasn't changed. The only thing that I feel is heavier now is the mental health of people, the learning disabilities, the autism, the ADHD. I didn't know what that was back then, and I was one of them. I didn't know what that was, right? So that is true. I feel that's very, it's a bigger player. But it still comes down to absentee, right? When someone's away, and someone asked me a question this week about this girl who's taking more sick days, and I said, well, but she also takes a lot of holidays. I said, it's not, you can't criticise someone for being sick, but you can say, in the amount of time you've worked here, or this last 6 months, you've had this much time away. And so that's interrupting with the client's consistency. So it's not about her being sick. It's about all the time that you're not here, right? So the solution hasn't changed at all. So when they understand their personality and their behaviour, it's much easier for them to understand. In the same ways I had to learn my personality and my behaviour. I had to stop being a border collie or a kelpie and rounding everyone up to do what I wanted them to do. And everybody has two highest. Mine, I was a border collie. No, actually, when I started, I was a poodle. And then my coach turned me into a border collie. And then when I'm left to my own devices, I go back to poodle. So in other words, when I'm happy and not working, I'm poodle, right? So you flip. Everybody flips, right? So some people are golden retrievers, but at work they're not golden retrievers. They're really energetic, and the poodle is the person who engages people and gets you in, right? And there's more information in those, so I don't want to go into too much. But the poodle is lots of fun, but they don't write their client histories. Oh, do you want me to do that? Yeah, I do. Right, they're not very detailed. I'm not very detailed. But I could see that lady 10 years later and I could give you her colour formula from across the street. But I didn't write it on a card. Very inconvenient for anyone else who has to look after that lady next, right? So all entertainment, not much detail. So these are the things that I need everyone's attention, right? So I'll explain them, then in the minute I'm going to get you to write it down on a piece of paper, and then I want you to put in the chat, which one do you reckon you need to be working on? Not enough compassion for how hard it is for them. That's me. I didn't have enough compassion. I didn't have enough compassion for anyone else. I'm thinking, I told you, why didn't you do it? Like, it makes no sense. So I've had to develop that over my coaching career. Not enough compassion for Simon and what his jobs are. Not enough compassion for Jess and what her jobs are, because I'm in my own lane. Not enough curiosity. I told her what to do. I don't understand. I told her what her target is. I told her. You're not curious as to, does she understand it? Not enough curiosity, not enough questions being asked, right? And that's why they get into trouble, because they don't ask their clients what they're using. So they're not curious, and this is what holds them back, or you. Not enough facts, right? The health check, that's the facts. You don't need any more than that. All the numbers in the world are wonderful, but you just need these, so not enough facts. And they don't know the facts. You don't know the facts. You don't know your break even. Right? So you don't know how close she is to a target. She doesn't know how close she is to a target. So not enough facts and not enough clarity. Oh, clarity's a gift. You think, oh my God, that's it. Like when Michelle told me those, ask these 3 questions. What do you use? What do you use? And what do you do? And I thought, wow, boom, clarity. Clarity's such a gift. And a lot of you come to my room having a chat about something and you leave excited. I haven't fixed anything. We've just talked about it, and now you're clear. When you're clear, that's what gets you going, yeah? It's when you're not clear, you're not sure, should I take this girl on, but she's done this and that, blah, 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 blah. Not enough praise. Blows me away. Not enough praise. That was something I'm really good at. I'm a hard marker, but I can praise. Look at you with your lipstick on. How good are you going? Huh. They said you'd never amount to anything. You've got red lipstick on and you've got it on beautiful. Look at you go, you good girl. Always being nutty, silly, fun. You know, just praising people. Praising them because they showed up on time to work. Praising them because they were helpful. Praise, praise, praise. I'm very good at that, right? It's a skill I've had to develop. I'm thinking, why should I tell you to be, but why am I got to praise you because you got to work on time? Seriously, that's very basic. That's what I used to think like, and not enough structure. The moisture triangle structure before we get started is structure. Open the lid, open your mouth is structure. Right? Not enough structure. I just thought if I did it, they'd watch me and do it. Anybody thought if you just did it, they'd watch you? It's not a virus. It doesn't catch on like that. You wish it was like COVID. It's not. Fascinating. I was the same. Here I am, doing it all. Have a look at me. I'm really cool. Watch me. No, it's not a virus. Pop in the chat. Which ones? You can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if you want. I'm going to drink my coffee.
And Lisa, while you're drinking your coffee, Jackie said that communicate was, I think this is going back a bit. I can't remember what the question was. Do you? You didn't stop for this one.
Was it true? Yeah. Did you come here to learn? Did you come here?
Yeah.
Is that the thing I helped you with, how to communicate?
Yeah, communicate. Amy was yes and yes. Keely was hell yeah. Scotty was both. Marcy was both. Jenna was yes. Steph was communicate with the team. Chloe was a yes. Steph actually said the love language was such a big change for me. Not enough compassion and praise. Marcy's not enough clarity, structure, and clarity again. Charlotte said it's not enough clarity and then structure. So yeah, we've got a few more coming in now. Oh, heaps.
If we were to
reading.
We could do this for a whole year. I could just teach you on these things. If we could just get your team to, before we get started, and to do the moisture triangle, that's a year's work there. If you're slow, it doesn't have to be a year's work, but that's it. Like, if you think about it, if your team could sell something, your job is done. True? So we use fancy words. We say recommend and we say make suggestions. But you know what? You've got to be selling. I'm selling you now the idea to do the moisture triangle before we get started. And no money. So once we have these conversations, which are really open and transparent about what actually sales is, you know, if your partner wants to have sex with you tonight and you can't be bothered, you sell him the morning one. Oh, it'll be much better in the morning. It's a sale. True? That's what we've got to get over. You're laughing because it's true. We've all done that. This is Bob. Well, I've been looking after these 3 kittens, and the personality of these 3 kittens, we've got a golden retriever and we've got a border collie. Look at this one. Look at his nice belly. That's Bob. Bob he can open the door and get in to my bedroom. The other 2 can't. They're all the same age. They've all had the same environment. But Bob, he's onto it. He even knows his name. When you say Bob, he goes, what? They're all different, but you can't treat them all the same. Barry is the one with the full tail, just the gentle little thing. You know, you give him the bottle when they're literally, oh, is this the bottle? Yeah, Barry, I had it yesterday, mate. Bob gets in there, pushes the other kittens out of the way. He goes, fuck, give me that before those other kittens get it. They're different. I'm a Bob. Right? So what are you? Do you all know what you are? Have you done your quiz? It doesn't mean Bob's not the right variety. You get a room full of Bobs, you're in trouble. Big trouble. You want a room full of golden retrievers, but you need someone to help them. You need some structure to help them. I didn't used to like golden retrievers. I think, oh God, how many times am I going to have to say this to this person? I like the Bobs. You know, I like the poodles. Sometimes the poodles come, learn and go. Where'd she go? Oh, she's going to be a policewoman now. Really? You're going to be a policewoman? Yep. Got another idea. They're gone. The golden retrievers are beautiful. They're gentle. People don't understand them and they don't treat them well. You treat them well and they will stay. They're beautiful, right? But it's slower than I'd like it to be. Do you know what you are? If you are, put it in the chat if you know what you are. What special variety of very person. It's really fun. It's really fun. And it's been so lovely to watch them understand. And because in the 6 weeks that I had them, they had to text me directly through Facebook, and they'd say, golden retriever here. It was really cute, actually. I really liked it. Really, 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 really important. The Goldies are sneaky, they're the ones that will gently talk to a client about something, and then next minute the client's booked in to have that done. You think, mate, I used to ask her to do that all the time. She'd never do it. Yeah, Goldies, they're like shifty. They're very gentle and sneaky on the side. They're nurses in the real world, they're just beautiful. And I'd be saying, you've got to have this. Why aren't you doing this? You should do this. Have that next time when you come in, have this, foils, colour, whatever. And they'd say, no, no. And then next thing, the golden retriever's booked them, and you think, wow, because she wasn't bossy like me. She was more gentle and kindly. There's no wrong way. Okay, let's go back to my thing. What have we got in the chat?
There's a lot of golden retrievers in the room.
Oh, a lot of goldies. Absolutely.
We have a border collie and a poodle, and everyone else is golden retrievers.
Oh, the border collie and the poodle, they're my friends. That would be easy. It's funny, if you heard me have conversations with them, it's very different than if I have a conversation with the goldie. Very different. I go, what the fuck are you doing that for? When I'm talking to a border collie, I get off the call and I think, oh, that might have been a bit much, Lise. You have to talk them. Steph's one of those. What are you, Steph? Yeah, I have to talk to her like that. I thought I should have listened to you. She said, how's that feeling for you? She's not listening. Just tell me. I'm here to tell me, They're like that. And they go away, do you do it? No, I didn't. I did something else. Oh, good. How's that working for you? Not good. Right? You got to laugh at yourself, people. Right? Don't be a dickhead. I say that to myself and I say it to you. Don't be a dickhead. Just do what I ask and no one's going to get hurt. Doesn't work like that. So the definition of a coach, and I just thought this was great, a coach gets you to do the things that you don't want to do to give you the results you want. And I reckon that nails it, doesn't it? Like I hated leg days. Oh, the leg day. I think I want a leg day in the gym. I probably should say what a leg day is. Leg day in the gym. Hate leg days. Hate leg days. Fucking leg days. And so it wasn't until someone explained to me, he said, legs are everything, especially as you're getting older. Oh, thanks. Now we've realised I'm old. It's everything. People go to the gym and they want to do the top half and all that. And he goes, what does that do? Your legs are everything. They're your power machines. It means you won't fall. It means you can get up. It means that you're strong. And I thought, wow, that makes sense. He goes, just get over it. Start building strong legs and then leg days will be fun. I love leg days. Love it. I hate the upper. Love the lower. So generally the thing that you don't want to do is the thing you need to do. So just think about that for a minute. What's the thing you don't like doing? Do you don't like your one-on-ones? Do you don't like repeating it to them again? What is it? That's the thing. That's the thing. And some of you, I'm looking at some of you on the screen, I'm thinking, yeah, they were resisting connecting with their team. They were resisting it. Oh, I don't want to go into my salon. They're doing my head in, blah, blah, blah. I'm sick of it, sick of it. And when you flip that and you go, do the thing you don't want to do, that's where you get it. Now, the next thing I'm doing is sit-ups and stuff. I used to hate them because of my lower body was so shit that I had no strength to get up, right? And I can do 20 easy. And yesterday I said I'm going to do 25. Dua pula lima. I was going to say in Italian, in Indonesian. And then I started showing off. I did 30. Look at me. Because I'm a border collie. Just like to overachieve, like to show off, like to be the poodle. Hello, have a look at me. You want 20? I'll give you 30. You watch. Right? Goldies don't talk like that. Goldies, you have to say, just do 10. Maybe, come on, do 2 more. You got to trick them along. My mum was one of those. I used to, when she was elderly, when you'd have my turn to look after her on the night and I'd cook her dinner. Oh, I can't eat all that. That's too big a piece. So I'd cut it in half, piece of fish, cut it in half, give it to her. She'd eat it. She goes, got any more? That fish was lovely. I had to give her half a piece of fish to get her to eat the whole piece of fish. If you put a whole piece of fish on my mum's plate, she goes, oh, I can't eat all that. Golden retriever. Right? It's just the strategies that you use here, you use at home too. You just got to know who you're working with. And if you've got a husband or a wife, let's work them too. Right? We can just get the world to do what we want. It's really cool. Right? It's really cool. All right, back to me thing. Now, this is the other thing that I worked out very early in the piece when I started working with these people. Bob's back. How are you, Bob? Right. And I'll put the link in here. Simon Sinek, my favourite other Simon in the world, talks about starting with why. So generally what we do, and we do this in our marketing and everything, what we do, we're a hair salon, we're a beauty salon, we're a laser clinic, we're a. How do you do it? Oh, we do it. We use this laser machine. Oh, we use this, we use that. I don't care. They all seem to do that. Why? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you have a salon? Right? Why do you care to tell someone? Because when you understand your why, it just, people buy what you do. People buy why you do it, not what you do. Right? So watch that Simon Sinek. It's very old and you can get longer versions of it, but it blew up the internet when he made that start with why. Right? So when you think about your results and the results that you're not getting, right? So the results, thanks Bob for the pen. When you think about the results that you're not getting, so this is, we've got results we're not getting. And just behind that is, it's because of the action. So I've given you some really cool moisture triangle before we get started, and understand it's your actions that cause your results. And I think your actions is very much about your one-to-ones. They need to be skipping into the room, wanting to do them. You need to want to do them. That is your big communication pipe. If you're not doing them and they don't want to do them, you go, oh, we just did them every second week. We thought we'd do them once a month. This is your chance to thank them, to find out what they need, to support them. There's endless amount of stuff on one-on-one. Your action's the problem, because behind your actions are the beliefs. We don't want to do the one-on-ones. Look, we'd be better off we cancel the one-on-ones because we're so busy. It's Christmas, insert other bullshit excuse. This is huge. That's where you got to do. So remember I talked about the leg day? I don't want to do the leg day. So I'm not doing the leg day. I'm not getting the results. Still got a sore back. Still got a saggy ass, drop ass. Don't now, if you don't mind. But my belief around that was a problem, right? Because behind that is the thought, oh, it hurts. I hate leg days, and then it hurts for 2 days. I can drop a pen. I have to leave it on the ground because I can't pick it up because my legs hurt. So all my thinking creates my beliefs, and my beliefs means I either take action or I don't, and then I get the results or I don't. So your thoughts are, everyone today is the same. They're all pulling sickie. They can't even get to work on time. This generation shit. And my day was good. Well, it ain't your day now, love. It ain't. Get over it. Marcy, she'd know. She's been here 33 years. She's owned a salon. It's not her first rodeo, just saying. And some days she still wants to stab people. Good. Probably not allowed to say that, but I just did. You know, this. In fact, what I did with Marcy, I wanted to, I thought, you know what, I'm going to, because I'm always looking to how I improve it, and I might get Mars to share, actually. Is that all right, Mars? So what I did was a week ago, I said, I thought I need someone to help me to show. I wanted to show that I can do like what a one-on-one looks like. That's what I thought. So I text Mars because she's hot on the thing. Mars is off the floor, so she's easy to get hold of. And I said, can I do a couple of one-on-ones with someone I don't know? Because she had 2 in the team machine. And she goes, yeah, fine. So she lined them all up for me. And I slopped it. So good. You got to, and we can share those with you too. But what I found really interesting was, wow, 3 really different heads, 3 really different. One was receptionist for only 2 shifts. She brings about $2,000 a week in the 2 shifts. And one's a short shift, like a night and then a Saturday. And then she's a coordinator. And then the other one was the manager, I think. Was she? No, I haven't done that one yet. Another girl with a learning disability, or slow to learn is probably a good way to put it. Real timid, that one. And it was so interesting. And so if you would like to watch those, they're really cool. And so what happened, Mas? Do you want to share what happened? I've never seen this before. 20 minutes, that's all I had.
it was really interesting because I didn't give them a really big heads up about what was happening. So I didn't want them to think about, especially the one that is slower to learn than everyone else, because she's a little bit anxious about a lot of things and she builds a lot up in her head. So purposefully I didn't say a lot. And then I basically just threw 5 minutes before, threw them in the room and said, this is what we're going to do. Of course, are you happy to do it? It'll be great for you, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, I didn't doubt it at all, because I sort of thought, am I throwing them under the bus here? One-on-ones aren't my favourite thing. And I suppose it was because previously, when I was way back younger, you'd have a meeting with your boss, and meetings were just to be ticked off, told what you're not doing correct. So anyway, every single one of them came out smiling, laughing, and it was, one said it was like a person, I didn't know I was going to have a personal coaching session. She said, that's awesome. And my really timid one, there's definitely been a shift there, just a definite shift. So no, it's
When did you unpack that? What was it that so firstly we need some truth. Do you do one-on-ones every week? No. There you go. Bum bum. And because, like, rule number one, get in the fucking foundations, love. Why don't you? Because it's Christmas? Or...
It started, but we were doing the monthly. And the way that I was doing them, I was giving myself too much pressure. It's basically just a conversation. But now I know how the conversation starts. And it's basically, I do that before we get started. How are you? What's going on? You know, I find that, I was putting too much pressure on me, because I don't like pressuring people.
What's your dog type?
I'm a retriever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't know. I always found it awkward. And I self-reference and worry about what I'm saying and if I'm offending someone. And I was listening to a Mel Robbins podcast this morning, and it's all about negative thoughts in your brain. And I think I built up so much negativity about them. I've just gone, no, there's a wall. I don't want to do these anymore. But watching you do them just turns them into a conversation. And that's all it is. So
can you listen to the golden retriever in her? Can you see it? It's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, I can hear it myself.
Now, this golden retriever has had her salon for 33 years, and she shared with me that every year she likes to buy a designer handbag, like an expensive one. Hello? So we're not poor here. This is the golden retriever. How many on team, Mas? I asked you yesterday, so you should know. 12.
Yeah.
So don't doubt the golden retriever. Don't doubt the golden retriever. But can you see she's got this far? It's almost an ad for not doing one-on-ones. Thanks, Mas. Because when she came to me, you haven't been with me very long, have you, Mas? I don't know. I think it was after August, September.
After I came and did the retreat.
Yeah, so maybe September, October, November. 3 months. Because she's off the floor.
Everything shifted for me. The vibe, the salon, the team members. And I think I was always managing, not micromanaging the team, but I'd read things and do things that way. But this way, it's become real and we've all connected. The vibe is different. And I think having the girls talking with you individually, so we've got Charlie, Alina, and then we've had the other 3 that have done the one-to-ones, has been great. And it's just moved everything. It's moved me.
Yeah, that's the key thing there, what she said. It's moved her. She's found her energy again. Because Mars reached out, I don't know, a long time ago, a year or more ago, and I did a one-on-one with her because she was a bit interested, or maybe she showed up in a meeting or something, and so I said, let's do a one-on-one. And after the one-on-one, she goes, no. She goes, I don't think I've got it in me. I don't think I can be bothered. And I thought, oh, well, not ready. Next. And then she popped up. right? So it's really important that we get that engagement. And that's the next thing I want to show you is we've got to go back to the start. And it's almost like we've got to re-employ the people. Thanks, Mars, for being honest. We've got to go back and re-employ the people that we've got, right? I often say to someone, if you were to take over your business tomorrow, what would you do? If someone said, here's the business, do you want that? Start again, have a look at it from the outside, start again. What would you do? Right? So when you think about it like that, and we've only just begun, but what's really lovely is, and Mars is a bit different in the way that she's got a big team, she's already off the floor, so she can commit. When you're stuck on the floor all the time and there's only 2 or 3 on the team, it's so hard. It's so hard, right? So there's a lot of advantages in her situation because she's got the time. She was ready. She wasn't ready 18 months ago. And now she's ready. She goes, mate, I'm going to do this. I said, go out with a bang. I said, if you're not sure if you want your salon, build the bloody thing up and then sell it. But just, limping along, what for? And so that's very golden retriever. I don't know. Border Collie wouldn't probably have a business for 33 years, just saying. What else can you do? Think I'll run a cafe, right? Off they go. Right, the Goldies are really loyal to their cause, right? Steph's laughing because she's going to do something else. I'm out. I get out of this place. There's something wrong with all of these sheep. They're all wrong. There's some 3-legged sheep here. No, they're not. They're 4-legged sheep, right? That's okay. Just be you. I'm the same. I had a coaching company. There was 6 or 8 coaches and, Border Collie, let's do it. And then I thought, what do I do with it? I don't even like it. I don't even like half of these fucking coaches. Shut it all down and start it again. And I love what I do. But it's really important to me that I work with the people that I love. I don't want to work with someone who just says, show me how to squeeze money out of my team members. Go away. It's not what I want to do. What we do here, I help you, you help them, and they help other women. Like, hello. So I help you to be a better team leader. You lead your team start recommending products and rebooking and helping women in communities everywhere. And that comes down the line. Like, what a joyful thing to do. So what I want to do is I want to be able to help more of them. But I'm really fussy about who I help. When people come in and they're spinning out, I want to make more money, blah, 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 not really my cup of tea. Happy for you to make money, and that's what I do, but I want you to have a joyful life. I want you to have a business that creates your wealth without the hard work, makes time for your health. You can go to the gym, go for a walk every morning, go into the salon at 10, right? But it's kind. It's kind to you, it's kind to everybody on your team, and they're kind to the people. And you can't be kind if you don't ask questions. You just can't. So I've got a reset thing here I'll show you, but this is the other thing, and this is the thing that I learned years and years ago. Where am I not doing, right? So when I'm asking these people to do things in the team machine and they were really uncomfortable, that's avoidance. And I'm thinking they're avoiding doing. I'm asking them to ask before we get started, and they're avoiding it. And I'm thinking, where am I avoiding? What am I avoiding? Because I believe the universe works like this. If you're avoiding it, you'll get avoidance from other people, right? So if you find people are mean and not nice, where are you mean and not nice? If you think I'm running up against this thing all the time, have a look at yourself and you remove it. So what I did was really made me uncomfortable, but I did it, is I asked everyone on the team to I sent some questions and I say, I needed some testimonials or what's good about the program. Now, Jess and Simon have been asking me that since Jesus played fullback for Collingwood, and I keep putting it off because I don't like asking things for me. So I'm asking you to tell me what you like about me. Whoa, uncomfortable. Avoiding. And during the team machine, so I even feel uncomfortable saying it, during the team machine, I'm thinking, I'm asking them to do it and they're avoiding it. What's wrong with these people? And then I had to go deep, journal. What am I avoiding? And I thought, that's what I'm avoiding. So I did it. And some of you sent me some beautiful responses. And I thought, no, I'm doing all right here. Some of you haven't. Some of you haven't even answered it. And that's what I mean. You're not going forward with the generosity and be curious in that. So I'm not criticizing you for not doing it. I know it's Christmas. I know it's busy, but some of you straight away sent that back to me. So you're generous in your gifts. You're generous in what you give, and that's how you receive. So if you're not getting the results you want with your team, it's because you're not putting it out there. You're not kind enough. You're not generous enough. You're not curious enough. And so what I had to learn was, you know what? I'm avoiding things too. And the other thing that I've always avoided, which I might as well do now, and what I did for Mars, I did the one-on-ones with a team. And I thought, I need to ask you, which I'm feeling like my little heart's going like this, for refer a friend. I need to ask you to bring me another salon. So if you're hair, bring me a beauty. Where do you get your beauty done? If you're beauty, where do you get your hair done? Or have you been in a training when you met another girl that you think's really good? I want you to do a refer a friend. And if you do, I'll train every one of your team like I did for Mars. Because there's no point giving you $50 off, like, let's be honest. That would be more valuable. Would that be more valuable, Mars?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, I found it just so valuable, them having their one-to-ones with you.
Yeah, so I'll do that for you. You send me a client. Don't send me someone who's got grumpy behaviours and got one on team and is cooked and doing this and the beers at night. Don't send me one of those. Send me one that you think I would like, right? That's how refer a friend works. And I'll train your team for you. Promise you. Right? So just park that somewhere. And that's uncomfortable for me. I don't like doing that because I think you come here and I'm going to help you and then I'm going to ask you for something. That feels a bit stuffed up. Right? So I'll just show you this now. So thank you for those that are thinking about that. This is the thing that I want you to do, and then I'll let you go. So all of the question and everything is in there. Hang on, go back. This one, this clarity piece. If you had new team members, I haven't even shared the screen. God, Lise. Simon will be having a heart attack out there. Your sharing screen is paused, right? So I'll send you this, and I'll do a training on it for you as well. So I would look at them for the next week or a few days and write down, are they punctual? And not just in the morning, but when they go to lunch. Do they go to lunch and they cut that really fine, or are they thoughtful? Do they like people and do people like them? Are they a likable person? Are they photo ready? In other words, take my photo. Yep, here I am. Take my photo. It means that I look like a hair and beauty professional. I don't go, oh, not today, my hair's oily. Not today, I haven't got my makeup on. No. Do they always do their best? Or are they, Can you ask for help? Can this person ask for help? And are they helpful? Do they share, recommend, suggest, all those sales? Right? So if I was employing anyone, I'd say, if you can't do these things, this is not the right place for you. Push away harder than you attract. And that's what I do when I work with people. When someone comes into my room, I'm thinking, well, what would make me different? What other coaches have you had? I had this one. They name about 4. And I think, well, why would I be any different? So push them away. Make them feel like, wow, this is really cool. This woman's got cajoles. Right? So I'll do a proper training on it for you. And then this one, this is gold. I always did this. What would impress you about working here? And what would piss you off? Don't tell them yours first, but ask someone, what would piss you off? If you took this position here and you started working here, what pisses you off? And I always test this with like the Monday group and that. And one of the girls said, cigarette hands that smell like cigarette. That really pisses me off. For me, well, what impresses me is someone with initiative. Like if something happened, they would have a crack at fixing it or have a go at it. I don't like it when people go, oh, like the little twig falls on the road and they go, I can't drive through. No, get out and move the stick and drive through. So someone with initiative always impresses me. And what pisses me off? Hide something from me. That pisses me off. Tell me the truth. We'll work at it together. I'm the getaway car driver. I don't care how you muck it up. Just tell me the truth and we'll work on it together. Right? So that's how I would approach it. So whether you want to approach it now or you want to approach it next year, that's up to you. But we really need a reset. We really do need a reset. So in the chat box, what's your key learning? What's your key learning from today?
Keely's made a comment that she said, this is so interesting because I think you are amazing and wouldn't think you'd be looking for more. And I realise that's my problem. I don't ask people to book.
Yeah. Right. So interesting, because it's always a thing that you're doing and you don't realise that you're actually doing. So Keely's saying, well, I don't ask people to book. Like, you think about the energy that you had when you first started. And I remember this really clearly. Like, you're so excited, I've got a salon, it's opening soon and whatever, you know. And I remember taking the dog to the vet and I booked the receptionist in. The vet receptionist is now having a haircut because I'm so energetic. It just oozed out of you. And then now when you get a few years down the track, you think, oh, vet's hair, her hair looks shit. You don't say a damn word. Your energy changes. It oozes out of you. Energy is something that you don't even have to say. Like, language is 6%. Our communication is 6% of what we say. The rest is our energy. It's whether we like this or whether we like this or whether we like this, like this. I taught my twin boys when they were little boys. I said, when the teacher is telling you off, shut up, don't speak. Let her get all those words out. I said, and don't think you're an old bitch. Because I said, that comes out of you. And they go, how? I go, it just comes out of your ears, your bum, comes out of you. Just listen and think, she's got nice shoes on. I said, and it'll end quicker. And I remember Jake saying, it worked, Mum. Don't think bad thoughts. Don't think bad thoughts. It comes out of you. So if you come in and you think, oh, I don't want to do my one-on-ones and I can't be bothered talking with her and whatever, it comes out of you. So the fact that I wouldn't ask for referral comes out of you. And like Keely said, you wouldn't think you need more. No, I need really good ones. The ones I'm looking for are really hard to find. Kick a bush and out jumps a hairdresser or a beauty therapist, not the ones I want. I want them with 4 or more on team, or at least want to go there, 4 or more on team, and have a big heart, and they want to look at themselves. That's a niche. It's really niched. True? So just by me asking you, it releases something that holds you back. Because I'm thinking, they've got to go and think about what they're holding back, what they need to be brave about. What you want in this world, you have to do. If you want money, give it away. If you want kindness, be kind. You just have to. It works that way. Make sense? What have we got in the chat, Jess?
Tammy has said, yeah, I am shit at setting an example. I'm lazy. Georgina said, what is missing from... Georgina said, what is missing from my team is usually coming from me. I just haven't looked far enough for that. Kerry said it's so true. Steph said, key learning, more power in stopping and asking the staff what's happening and my energy. And Keely said, making one-on-ones non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. You need really simple structures. So because we're coming into Christmas and some of you are already doing dumb shit, like you're not going to the gym and you're not doing the things, I want you all to connect with me. So Jess will put the chat in there. So, and if you're a new person and we haven't started working together, I'm happy to work with you, have a chat about whether or not we're suitable. So the link there is for 20-minute chat with me. So I want all of my people to book a chat, because this time of the year I want to talk to you about your health, what are you eating, what are you fasting, exercise. I want to really go heavy, because this time of the year, why is Stephanie laughing? This time of the year, you do dumb shit all the time. She's drinking something. And I want to look after you. This is called Healthy, Wealthy and Kind, right? So it's not a program that goes, oh, I think I'll stop for Christmas. And nobody's wanted to chuck me in. Actually one did. And I said, that's a dumb thing to do. And I just ignored her. I said, yep, book a meeting with me. She goes, wow, that's funny. I thought, I haven't got time to do this. And then next week the wheels fell off. True. It's not I think I'll do a little bit of this coaching for a little bit. No, I'm not interested. And that's what I mean. I want people who want to change the way they are so they live a big and full life. And that includes what you eat, how you move, how you sleep, all of that stuff. The reason I'm so good at it is I used to be so shit at it. Jess, she knows every macro. You can give her anything and she'll tell you the macros in it. She's a machine, Jess, right? We have very different principles. She likes to eat dead animals. I don't. We're very different, but between us, we've got it all covered. So if you want help with your nutrition, if you want help with your exercise, Jess can tell you things more than me, but this is a time. So book in with me, please. Book in 1 or 2 between now and the end of the year, and I'll help you personally with that. Now, if you are not one of my Salon Mentor clients, then you need to book a chat with me. You didn't come here just to, what do they say, something to spiders, which is pretty sad for the spider. Make time to change. And maybe you could unmute yourself or say, should they at least have a chat with me, people? Yes or no? Anyone who's working with me, should they? Yes, of course they should. Correct answer, 10 out of 10. Would have been shit if you said no, don't. Would have been very bad, wouldn't it? Exactly. Keely's a machine. I just love Keely. She's so like me, and very successful business here, like done a wonderful job, got a second business and thinks that she can't do the second one. Of course she can. She's working that out. We're capable of so much more. We're women, for God's sake. There's a couple of men, sorry, but we're women. We're capable of so much if we just get out of our own way. Make sense? Does anybody want to ask me something or share something or whatever? And hopefully you've all, my thing will be going ping, 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 and you're going to book in your one-on-ones. Not my job to chase you. You're grown-ups. No one ever walks away from a one-on-one feeling worse than when they arrived. That's my gift. You're worth it, and you deserve to have someone who's going to listen to you, make you feel better, don't judge you, and just be helpful, yeah? Any questions before we go?
Well, Lisa, just looking at the chat, and for those in the recording, there were a lot of heads nodding yes, because they don't see the heads, of course. And Steph says yes, book a meeting. Amy said yes. Keely said yes. And Kerry said, thank you for today. Your energy is fab as always.
Oh, thanks, Kerry. I love this shit. I just love it. And I think it just changes everything when you realise that the best thing is you the only one who have to change. The other option is change the whole world. How would that work? Like, it doesn't work, you know? Like, some days I just want to stab Simon. I think, oh, Simon. And he doesn't change. He's like this. Here's me. Woo, woo, woo.
She's aged me dreadfully.
I have. He looked like 30 years younger when I met him.
I was.
You're 13 years, 12 years younger. I know, he deserves a medal, but he doesn't change. He's like this. And I just think, oh, you're such a dickhead. Why are you doing that? It's all wrong. It's got nothing to do with him, poor bastard. Has anyone got a husband like that? Here I am, need witches' hats around me some days. And then I calm the fuck down, I journal it, and I think, just be grateful. Why he still hangs around? I don't know. I don't know. Why do you hang around? Don't answer that, Simon. Not in public anyway. All right. Here's Scotty from New Zealand. I love you. You ran away, you little shit. Had to get him and pull him back in. Where have you been? Everybody has little meltdowns. Everyone does, you know? Nothing good comes from having a meltdown. Well, no, I shouldn't say that.
Lisa.
Yes.
It's Tammy. I'm just so grateful I'm not in this alone. Thank you.
Good. My pleasure.
Yeah.
Lovely girl. Yeah, it is. Made her cry a few times, poor old Tammy. That's what happens. Got to get to the heart of what's really in your heart. You know, emotion moves things. You've got to get people excited or angry or get them to cry. I say, make them cry. Then you'll get to the bottom of it. True? Oh, that a good cry. I love you all right? Just rippers. We're just really important people. I'm going to do this really cool post I'll show you. It's about hairdressers and beauty therapists. It's so good. Anyway, I'll show you later. Now, unmute yourself, everybody, and we'll end as we end, and then you can get on with your day. And I hope you booked your one-on-ones with me. just so you know, you book them and you can only book the next day. You can't book today for today because I like to know what I'm doing when the day starts. So just know that if you want it for tomorrow, book it tomorrow. And you can book it in a week's time and then cancel it if you don't need to, right? Book a couple. Use me. Use me like I'm some, I don't know, whatever. I was going to say something bad. Right, ready? 1, 2, 3. My name
is
My
Tammy.
name is Terry, and only good things
And only
happen to
good
me.
things happen to me.
And only good things to me.
Put a little at the end. Hooroo! Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.